Meteorologist Eric Burrs here with you. It is Coffee Talk time on a Wednesday morning. It is January 12th. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. Hope all is good in your world. Really great weather this morning. I'll tell you, not only this morning, but through the afternoon, we've got a really nice stretch ahead. But there's some interesting stuff coming around the pike. Talked a little bit about it yesterday. We'll talk again about it today with brand new model data, which is playing out to a bit of a winter scenario in the Deep South. Not for us. We're not talking about snow in Central Florida. I know there's going to be one or two of you. Terry, I know you're like, I wanted the snow. Yeah, not going to happen here. But it's interesting stuff to track. So anyway, let's take a look and see what we've got. This morning, it is beautiful. As we look outside on our tower cam perspective, there's Daytona Beach. Camera bouncing around just a little bit. Temperatures nice and comfy cool. We're sitting at about 64 degrees out that way right now. It's 58 degrees in Orlando, 52 in Leesburg, 47 though in Ocala. So it is a comfortably cool start to the day. If you're keeping notes comparing today to yesterday, temperatures are running a little warmer. It's still cool, but it's just a little bit warmer. Unless you're in Palm Coast, then it's a lot of it warmer. 18 degrees warmer. You get the idea, right? Is it that much warmer in Palm Coast? Hold on a second. I guess it's possible. Yeah, all right. So it's a little bit milder. A nice fresh breeze to persist, running about 5, 10, 15 miles an hour across Central Florida. So we continue to look good through the day. So where do we go from here, of course? That's what everybody wants to know. What can I expect in the day ahead? Here's your 12-hour forecast. This perhaps the most important part of our forecast package, helping you plan your day. And while we start off nice with partly cloudy skies, do notice that into the afternoon, we add more clouds. And then by dinner time and beyond, we actually start to bring in shower chances, 10, 20% chance of a few showers. And that's going to continue overnight tonight. So it's not a deluge of rain, but there are going to be shower opportunities. We'll just say that. Emmy says, beautiful morning. Emmy, good morning to you. Colleen, good morning. Cindy, Eric, good morning. Michelle, Champagne, David, good morning. Janice, nice weather in Central Florida. We are blessed. I don't disagree at all with that. Dana says, happy hump day. Good morning to you. Hope you're doing well. Cheryl reports 50 degrees in Brooksville. Good morning to you. How are you? Famous fearlessly. I wouldn't go that far, but good morning to you. Kimberly, good morning. All right, so we're looking good today. What is ahead? Remember, I told you that there's a couple of interesting little weather features. Let's start off with just a look at what's happening in the weather scenario today, okay? There's a little trough of low pressure sitting just off of kind of the southeast coast of Florida. And what that's doing is that's helping to give us a little bit of moisture. That certainly will be something that plays in, especially this afternoon and evening. That's why we've got the rain chances at least mentioned in there, okay? So today we're kind of building in those clouds and bringing up the opportunity for showers. Looking ahead to later on, those showers start to move out as a weak frontal boundary starts moving in. And what that front does is it takes all that moisture and it starts shifting it away from Central Florida. Yippee, super, cool, great, awesome. Then looking ahead to Friday, we're kind of just staying in this nice weather pattern. So the next couple of days are looking great, right? Friday, cool, dry air and training in. Then we look to Saturday, also really great. Comfortable temperatures right about where we should be this time of year. Nice dry conditions. But after that, let's just look at what happens, okay? Saturday into Sunday. And, I could play this faster. You know what? Let's just play it, and then we can back it up. Then looking late Saturday, early Sunday, you see a lot of colors on the map, right? Yeah, there's a big storm system that's going to start marching into our area, okay? That's going to bring with it, it looks like, a decent rain opportunity for Sunday. And our 7-day forecast numbers have been kind of shifting a little this direction, a little that direction. But we're going to be watching Sunday as a day that could potentially be impactful for you. So right off the bat, let me just say this. If you're looking for, I'm going to button my jacket because I'm a little chilly. If you're looking for outdoor plans, Saturday is going to be your day, okay? Because Sunday this storm system moves in. But in addition to just there being a storm system in Central Florida giving us our rain chances, right? Look what happens with this storm system just north of us, okay? North of Central Florida, you see around Atlanta, right at that storm system itself, whites and pinks. Well, wait a minute. The Deep South doesn't usually see that. Oh, yeah, that's winter weather. That's the potential for some snow. That's the potential for some ice. That's the potential for some freezing rain. That's a guarantee for some mass hysteria up that way. Now, this is not my forecast area, so I'm not going to get into some real in-depth stuff, but I will say that I've already seen the hype machine, like we deal with during hurricane season. I've already seen the hype machine going bonkers on this. Models are guidance, not gospel. So when we look at this opportunity for winter weather, the exact trajectory, the exact impacts, it's far too early to take note of. But what I will say is this. For our friends and family that live up around Atlanta, that's going to be something they're going to have to watch. For us, it's going to be a nice push of colder air. And I think that that's going to be the coldest air of the season moving into Central Florida, okay? We're not going to get into that winter precipitation. But I'll tell you who will. It looks like once again, our nation's capital and the tri-state, that is going to be a mess. So let's do this, okay? Let's look at some different model scenarios on this, all right? Because again, I know it's not going to be a direct impact, but we're here to talk about weather. And you're going to be the most educated that you can. Right? All right, so here's one flavor of Futurecast. And let's just take it through. There's all that moisture. And first off, let's just kind of pause this right off the bat. You can see that moisture off of our southeast coast. All right, this is raw model data, and you can kind of see it working up the shoreline. That's where we're going to get our opportunities for some showers. Then that storm system moves away, and then Friday, Saturday, Sunday, there's that next one. Now, this flavor of Futurecast is putting Atlanta into the opportunity for some snow right there Sunday afternoon. Wouldn't that be an interesting player? Meanwhile, Sunday afternoon, notice there's a big old honking green swath over our area. Yeah, and then afterward, it lifts up to the north. And we clear out, and frankly, we cool down. And then there's yet another storm system. That would be, when is that? That's the 19th, 20th, 21st. So anyway, you get the idea. So there is going to be a pretty impactful storm system moving into the Deep South. Again, looking at late this weekend. All right, I've run my mouth for a few seconds. Let's talk questions and comments and all that fun stuff. Choked myself there. Mary Lee, good morning from Disney Hollywood Studios today. Good morning to you. I hope you're having a great morning. You're going to have a great day, sounds like. Michelle, guidance, not gospel. We need shirts made. Yeah. Eric says, nor'easter predicted up here in Pennsylvania on Monday. I mean, that makes sense. Let's just look. Let me move this camera to the national view. Give me 1 minute. I know that this is this isn't showing like the whole map wonderfully, but I do want to. I know that this is how the sausage is made and all that stuff, but I just wanted to look. Okay, all right. So let's track this kind of storm system. So you can see it firing up. So right off the bat, there's Oklahoma, there's Missouri, getting into Arkansas, and then there's that storm system diving into the Deep South. Let me just turn off the clouds. For this case study, we don't need the clouds. We know that there's going to be clouds, right? Let me zoom in to the mid-Atlantic and the Northeast. Is that a bird? Sorry, it's herons are playing in the pond. I don't know if they're mating or fighting. I'm guessing it's mating. I don't know, but they're making all kinds of noise. I apologize. It was just like, what is happening behind me? All right, so there's Sunday morning, and you can kind of see that winter precipitation there. Let's just follow this through time here. Yeah, so there it's really bombing out. It looks like, at least according to Futurecast, it's like riding along the shoreline there, right? And you can see Washington, D.C., that brighter shade of white. That's going to be some decent snow for them up there. All right, and then we continue this through time. Now, see, this is the worst kind of forecast for our friends in especially New York City, right? But into the Northeast more specifically. Look at that rain snow line. And this is, that is the worst. The rain snow line is literally right over New York City. Like, it could be a really chilly rain. It could be freezing rain or snow. Like, you're talking the difference in a few miles. So this is one of those cases where I'm going to say, really glad that I am a Florida meteorologist and I don't have to make that call. Because Futurecast is saying that in New York City, out to Long Island, it's going to be rain. Cold, windy, gross rain. North of it, into the Poconos, into upstate, it's going to be snow. But that moves 10 miles, and that's the difference of millions of people getting snow. Ugh, that's going to be early next week. And then that kind of lifts up to the north, and then just cold, chilly air moves in afterwards. So, gross. I have no desire at all to have to deal with that. But we are going to get our kind of fringe benefits. So again, let's just look at the 7-day forecast and how that plays in here, okay? So a couple of showers this afternoon, like tonight, overnight into tomorrow, because of that little piece of energy that's in play. All right, perfect. Kind of dropping our temperatures a little bit Thursday and a Friday because of that first front. Looking great Saturday. Sunday's rain chance, that 50% is very much in question. The models would have you believe it's more like a 70% coverage, but we just need to see consistency. At this point, we don't have enough consistency to up it. So I think we're playing it safe with 50%. That's fine, but again, in the nice part of the Coffee Talk venue is that we can talk and get a little more in depth with the forecast. And so that's one of the things I want to make sure to illustrate is that Sunday 50% may be a little more optimistic. Then looking ahead to Monday, Martin Luther King Jr. Day, chilly air, high temperature in the mid-60s. Yeah, that's going to be a chilly one. As a matter of fact, we'll look at those temperatures, those highs here in a second, but at least we know we're kind of in a nice cool stretch. Using the LRC, trying to time out the storm off of the East Coast. The one thing that we've talked a little bit about with the LRC is the what do they call it, a floor Easter? Is that what we called it? This looks to be that floor Easter recycling. Okay? If that's the case, then the LRC cycle is not 64 days, it's more 68, which means I may need to retool my long-range forecasts and all that. This, because it's such a long cycle this year, is a very difficult one to key into, because you don't have as many loops. So, yeah, but that's the floor Easter right there. Interesting stuff. Frank, yeah, so I'm doing the drive Sunday. That'll be fun. Well, and we'll have to time out, exactly when that happens, Frank. Yeah. All dressed up. It's just I'm just wearing a jacket. And actually, I was just told that I am not working today. I'm going to be working tomorrow to cover the launch. I'm a nerd. So as soon as I had the opportunity to cover the launch, I'm like, okay. The launch, by the way, since we're talking about it, with all of that moisture off of our East Coast, there's going to be some showers tonight, some showers tomorrow morning. The launch probability is 70%, so that's good. but it's not perfect because there is going to be that opportunity to see a few showers around. So 70% opportunity to launch. What's so interesting about this, it's the Transporter 3 mission. What's so interesting is this Falcon 9 is launching on a southerly trajectory, and it's in that interesting spot, that interesting trajectory where there is no drone ship for this one. First stage is going to turn around and come back to the Cape Canaveral Space Force Station and landing Zone 1, which means our friends in the coastline, and even inland really, we're going to get a double show. You're going to watch the rocket launch at 10:25, and then you're going to watch about 8 minutes later, about 10:33, that first stage coming back in. I'm okay with that. I will tell you, I'll be honest, I've never been super up close and personal. I've never been super up close and personal on a return to landing site first stage recovery. So I'm super excited about it. Yeah. I'm very excited. So anyway, so I'm wearing my Wesh polo, which I will promptly take off and get back into civvies for the day. But yeah. Angry Birds. I wish you could teach weather people up here about the LRC. Well, this is not an easy year for the LRC. I'm just going to be 100% honest with you. It's really not. But what's good is looking at the overall weather pattern. Our comfy air, our kind of moisture off the East Coast, that's an indicator for us. Then as we watch kind of the progression, as that starts to kick out and we watch our little frontal boundary sneak through, and then we start to watch Saturday into Sunday, this next storm system, those are clear indicators of the floor Easter that we had talked about back in November. So that would also lean us to instead of a 64-day cycle, more of like a 66-day cycle. So yeah, interesting. Never a dull moment to watch, right? Tell Hurricane, Glenn the Hurricane Schwartz up in Philly, Eric, yeah. You know, I've watched him for years. I thought that he had retired. I guess not. Let's see here. Dana, when is the launch? So it's tomorrow morning at 10:25 in the morning. So I'm going to be, I think that I'll be on Wesh 2 News Sunrise in the Weather Lab. And then on CW18, I'll be at the Cape Canaveral Space Force Station from our viewing site. And then afterward, watching it and nerding out. Nikki says, yay, launch coverage. That's what you were hoping for. I always hope for it. I will gladly, and the boss knows this, I will gladly change my days off. Debbie, does it look like the launch will go? Yeah, the weather doesn't look bad at all. Raven, have they landed one back at the coast before? Oh, yeah. The Falcon Heavy, I believe, was the first time. So the Falcon Heavy uses 3 first-stage boosters. So the outer 2 return to the Cape, and then the center one returned to a drone ship. And on that day, I got the biggest goosebumps watching it because, first off, they landed all 3. The 2 came to the to the Cape Canaveral Space Force Station on LZ1 and LZ2, like together, and it looked like something out of a science fiction movie, like 2 boosters coming down at the exact same second, and then you got the booster landing on the ship, and it's just like, what just happened? Which is going to be the same effect that will happen here, I believe, in March. I believe in March is when SpaceX is planning on orbital testing their Starship, which that will be amazing. We've seen some of the test flights. Hold on a second. I'm trying to put logistics together. When I send that to her, will you be able to fairly quickly fill out the form, question mark? I'm getting my photographer for tomorrow morning clearance to go on base, so I apologize. It's good that we're talking space because I'm doing work right now. Believe it or not, I actually work around these parts. Okay. All right. Let's see here. Karen, good morning to you. What is the LTC, the LTZ landing zone? I don't think I made that up. I think that's the technical term. Kim, my 87-year young mom asked if I'd seen the new weather guy on Wesh. It was you. My dear, tell your mom I love her. Oh, that's too funny and too sweet. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. Oh, the LRC, that's the Lezak recurring cycle. That's what we use for long-range forecasting. Marie, what's the protein you take or drink? So are they gluten-free or keto? Yeah, I believe this is keto. I mean, I'm essentially on a keto diet. It's Premier Protein. I don't mind promoting it because I'm not getting paid. I pay full price for my shakes, so I don't feel bad telling you. Premier Protein, 30 grams of protein in this one, 160 calories, 1 gram of sugar. Yeah. It's pretty good. I have 2 of these a day. I have one for breakfast, and I have another one for like an afternoon snack. So, I highly enjoy these. Janice, Eric, you have good work ethic. Wesh is lucky to have you. Thank you, Janice. If there's one thing that I can share, it's that through all of this stuff with my father, Wesh has been so flexible with me. I've been going to my dad's hospital every day, and Wesh has understood and has allowed me to work from home. I mean, I did my afternoon coffee talk yesterday from the parking lot at the hospital, They've been so great. So I would say that, first off, I would say I work like morning, noon, and night just because I'm a nerd. But I would also say that they do value me, I think. I feel that way, and I went on a whole tangent about it yesterday. Hold on one second. Hold on one second. Let me just, one more text, and then I think I'm done for a few seconds. Look for an email from Heather, period. She just sent over, or is just sending over your form, period. So because I'm going with a different photographer in the lab tomorrow, we have to get him authorized on base. So he has to fill out all of the documentation so that they can do a background check and all that stuff. All this stuff that, makes sense, but, I'm trying to do logistics, so I appreciate your patience, my friends. Brian says, I've seen many launches over the years, but I think 2 boosters landing at the Cape was the coolest I have ever seen. And let's see if I can find that real fast. Let me just find that, because talking about it, if you've not seen it, youtube.com, hold on. Oh, there's Coffee Talk Live. Hey, Coffee Talk Live on YouTube. Did you know that you could watch? There's 12 people watching us on YouTube. That's super cool. All right. Falcon 9. Oh, no. Falcon Heavy. Test flight. I think that's the video. Yeah. Okay. All right. Watch this. I'm not going to make you watch the whole thing because, because that's not the point of this. I don't want, dismiss. Hold on. Let me get this dialed up for you guys and gals. All right. They're talking. Okay, so there's the rocket taking off. Oh, no, that was just, all right, so that's Falcon Heavy. All right. Why am I talking about Falcon Heavy? Because I'm just trying to illustrate so you can see the bottom part has 1, 2, 3 sections from left to right. All right, let's fast forward because I want to show you. Yeah. Come on. All right. We're going to skip the launch. I want you to see. All right, there we go. All right, so things are coming in. Did they land already? Okay, that's separation. So there are 3 sections plus the rocket itself. So there were 3 first. Okay, watch this. Watch this, people. Bottom 2 monitors. All right, look at the top left. Look at the top left. Are you kidding me? Seriously, are you kidding me? 1, 2, simultaneous. Are you flipping kidding me? And then they landed the 3rd in the ocean. Are you serious? Elon Musk? Serious? So anyway, I showed that to you just in illustrating that tomorrow, it's not going to be 2 because it's not a Falcon Heavy, but there will be 1. The first stage of tomorrow's rocket will land back at the Cape Canaveral Space Force Station. Is that cool? Man, that's so cool. If you have a premiere during the afternoon session, would you call it the afternoon shake-up? Aha, I see what you did there. Any protein shake that has no cow's milk? I think they have plant-based. I don't know. I know that this is what works for me. I don't know. This does have 20 grams of cholesterol. You just have to look, my friends. That's all. Someone mentioned the name idea for the afternoon coffee talk last week, Afternoon Buzz. Thought that was kind of cute. I feel like afternoon pick-me-up is too many words. You know? So yeah. Pat, when I got off Facebook for a while, I would still watch on YouTube, just no real community in the chat, and Eric doesn't see them. I do see them. Absolutely, I see them. I'm using a syndicator, and so the syndicator puts all of the comments in together. So yeah, I see them. Ashley says, guess what, Eric? My boy is finally coming home from the NICU next week. A 120-day journey. God bless, Ashley. That's amazing. Oh, my God. I will never forget walking out of the NICU with little Eric. I will never, ever forget. The best moment of my life. And you know what's funny is, like, he's almost 4 and he tests us. And Jeannie always reminds me, I always remind her, like, no matter how frustrating he is in this phase of life, because, you know, it's still our baby boy that we brought home from the NICU. And he was a fighter then because he had to be. And now he's a fighter because he was. So, yeah. Oh, my God. Ashley, I'm sending nothing but love to you and your family. Oh. Send me a message, Ashley. Send me a private message on my professional Facebook page, please. I'd like to do something for your family. Please. Thank you. Please, please. Thank you. Frank, wow, it's almost like things fall at the same speed. Okay, you putz. It's just still super cool. Ay, gewalt. Audra says that was awesome to see live. Wasn't that close, but was super cool, right? Yeah. Yeah, 32 feet per second. Yeah, Chris, terminal velocity. I know. Oh, man. Second shift. Oh, that's funny. I do like that. Ashley, wow, almost 4 already. I still remember him being born. Yeah, my son Eric turns 4 in March. We're already starting to think about his 4th birthday. Michael says, I think the syndicator is moderating comments. There's comments that I just I have to skim through just because, you know, because I'm, there's just so many comments, and I try to skim through the ones that, lead us in conversation. But I don't think that it's skimming. Maybe it is, but I don't think that it is. Brian referenced the protein drink with cow's milk. You can also use powder protein and mix with other liquids like coconut milk. Yeah, that's true. I use that in my protein smoothies. There's that as well. Yeah, for me, this works, Raven, congratulations, Ashley. The NICU was extremely intense, and the day we walked out for the last time was beautiful. It's one of those things, though. I feel like if you are the parent of a NICU baby, I feel like you become connected. Like all of us that are NICU parents have this different hit in our heart. And I could tell you that at the television station, I can go through most news stories and I can kind of keep a pretty even keel. But if you put a NICU story up before like producers that I work with, you want to know how to crack me? Put a NICU baby story up. I cannot not cry. A positive story there, and I would say most of them that we air in the news are positive stories. But if you put a NICU baby story up before weather, I'm going to be unable to operate. That's about the only thing that keeps me, that breaks me. NICU stories. You know what I mean? Kenneth, how many viewers right now? Live? Just over 200 live right now. But again, that's from 4 platforms that we're streaming from. Yeah. Becca, my son was a NICU baby. I miss when Coffee Talk worked on Twitter. Michael, it's working on Twitter. I'm looking at my page, and 29 minutes ago, I posted Twitter. It's there. It's there. I don't know. Tina, both of my boys were at 34 and 36 weeks, but I have diabetes, so they didn't look like NICU babies at 9 pounds, 10 ounces. Wow. Wow. Well, Tina, all's well that ends well, right? Eric was a 33-weeker, and I want to say Alexander was a 36-weeker. They were both born premature. Eric, though, spent a month in the NICU. Alexander spent like an hour in the NICU. They just needed to check Alexander out. Yeah. A lot of us NICU parents. Huh. You know what's so interesting is when we were pregnant with our second, we knew Eric was a NICU baby, so could Alexander be a NICU baby? The doctor said there's no indication that there should not be any threat of premature birth. And then he was born premature. And the doctor, I'll never forget, I wasn't there. I was at my bariatric doctor's appointment. But the Yobi walks in to see Jeannie and the baby and is like, well, I guess he was born premature. Evelyn, I'm a NICU parent. He was there 6 weeks. Now 16-year-old pain that I love. Hey, we were there for a month in West Palm because Eric, we had him on our baby moon. We were down there in West Palm for a month. Yeah. Kim, my sweet NICU baby, will be 33 in June. I love that. I have a NICU baby too. He will be 30 next fall. Susan. Nikki, technically 36 weeks is considered full term. And that's why he spent an hour only in the NICU. They just wanted to check in on him. But obviously, yes, I do remember that now. But yes, I just remember it catching us off guard, right? Because we were covering a hurricane. It was the weird Isaias. It was Isaias. And I remember I was going in at like a midnight shift or something. And I called Manolfi like, I'm freaking out. Raven, yes, NICU families have a bond that resurfaces with other NICU families. It's so true. Our Lyric was an emergency C at 35 weeks, and she's just perfect. I love it. Ashley, thank you. Thank you. How many thought it was cute when he said, when we were pregnant? You know what I mean. One of my sister's babies was born a couple of weeks early at 10 pounds. At 10 pounds! Oh, you can vote. Eric was 4 pounds, 6 ounces. Yeah. Right, because I said you should name him after the hurricane. That's right, yeah. I don't think Alexander has the personality of an Isaias. He's a perfect Alexander. Anyway, John, have a blessed day. You as well, buddy. All right, 7-day forecast, my friend. So again, a couple of showers late in the day today. And then the cool stretch continues. Sunday may be wetter than it looks right now. We may have to make some tweets. I thought that was empathy, Eric. We're going through it together. I just didn't have the physical aspect of it. Monday of next week, though, my friends, plan on it being a cold day. 65 for a high. Whew. Okay. Pat, how's Dad? All right. So I was there for a while yesterday. We get there and meet with the nurse because we're starting to make plans to transfer to a rehabilitation hospital. That's good. And then while we were there, they moved him out of the ICU. He's in a regular room now. Yeah. Wow. That was great. So, and what was the coolest thing, and I don't know, there's these moments in life that I feel like you just remember without even thinking or meaning to. So we get into the new room, and Dad's eyes are open. He's kind of alert, and, he's unable to talk, of course. He's very, very weak. But the nurse says, Mr. Burris, are you cold? And he does this. And we're all like, whoa. And she says, what's whoa? Is he usually cold? And we're like, no, you asked him a question and he responded to you. So we have a very long road but man, he's there and he's communicated. And when we saw, I have to show you this. I have to show you this. This is hilarious. Okay. So, in his new room, they put this there. Catering for you. And it's this bottle of bleh. That's hilarious. I took a picture because I'm like, that's hilarious. Okay? All right. So that's hilarious. So when they went to hook up the food, I think, Frank, it was you that said, it does, you know what? It does look like the protein drink. So when they went to hook up the food to him, catering for you in that bottle, come on, that's funny. So when they went to hook up the food, we were teasing, and I think, Frank, you said to Dad, hey, Dad, they hooked up your food, and he made like a, like he did this little reaction. It's like, oh, we've got saucy Dad back. So little by little by little, he can't speak. He's so weak, but he's there. He's there, and he's more and more every day. He's there. Man, now he doesn't know yet. I think what all has happened. And we've kind of elected that all of us siblings are going to chat with him about it together, when the time is right. We don't want to stress him out right now. So, yeah. But as Heather said, small steps, small miracles. There's going to be steps forward. There's going to be steps backward. But, the beginning, there were a lot of steps backward. And so we're at least starting to move forward. It was a good day yesterday. Impact Production says waves. There's waves of good stuff. I guess that's what you mean. On YouTube. Yeah, it was a good day. It was a really good day. So I'm so grateful. Let's look at that picture again, because I think that's hilarious. Catering for you. Am I the only one that thinks that that's hilarious? No? I think that's hilarious. Ashlyn says, good plan. No need to overwhelm him during this phase of recovery. It's true. And once he gets to a good point, then it's time to, excuse me, then it's time to update him on things. But I think, all of us Burris family, because it's been me, my brothers, and his sister. His sister is a little older, and she's going to get her heart looked at. I think all of us are kind of like, okay, we need to make sure to check this all out. We need to make sure we're good. So for sure. Brian, he's definitely going to want an airport restaurant burger, best in DeLand when he's all better. The last time he and I ate at that restaurant at the DeLand airport, I remember I always asked for my burgers rare because they never come out rare. And I do like them undercooked. And it came out rare at the DeLand airport restaurant. I was like, oh, this is going to be delicious. We've been many times, Brian. Yeah. When it's time, you're joining us, Brian, for that burger at the airport. Becca, Deborah, it's hilarious. It's hysterical. It's funny. I think so. Michael says, Eric, things will work out and on the up. I'm sure your dad has a thought of what may have happened. Just be with him and make him laugh. Best medicine. We play music. We crack jokes. Yeah. I mean, the last thing, the night before his heart attack, when we were chatting with him, the last thing that he said, that we said, he was kind of struggling with COVID. And the last thing that we had said to him was, Dad, you just have to keep getting better. And he said, I'm fighting hard for you guys. He's fighting for his children and for his grandchildren. So, I mean, that's the last thing that he said to us. And then he had his severe heart attack. So he doesn't know about that part, but I'm sure he knows that he woke up and he's like, I can't talk. I've got this severe pain in my neck now. His stomach probably hurts from that surgery. He's probably like, okay, some things have happened here, and is he able to read on the board where it says January? Like he time traveled, So anyway, Chris, it is funny, especially since it looks like you and your dad share a meal. Yeah, exactly right. Yeah. Ay. Arnett says music is great for him. Yeah. Chris, burgers, heart attack, maybe a different diet. Well, who's to say you can't have a burger every now and then? You know what I mean? I don't disagree with you. But Dad loved his bacon in the morning, his eggs in the morning. That we may have to start making changes once in a while, that sort of thing. And aren't buffalo burgers healthier? I don't know. Anyway, all right. So that's what we got. Any questions on the forecast, by the way, as well? I thank you for asking about my old man. Things are going well, and I'm darn grateful for all of your thoughts and your prayers, my friends. All right. So we've got a real nice, cool stretch of air. I love it. Michael says, "Hey, at least he's not on a vent, still like some, and he's getting better." Listen, he's breathing on his own. They're just adding a little bit of supplemental oxygen through his trach. And, eventually we'll be able to pull that out. And it's below the vocal cord, so he'll be able to talk. It's all great. It's all, I compare it like an old car. Like my dad would always say, he was famous for, well, getting old sucks, buddy. Or getting old stinks, buddy. Yeah, it beats the alternative, though. And at that point, he's not wrong. It stinks, like he's got a this and he's got a that and he had a this and he had a that. All right, we fix it. It's like an old car, Do you dump the antique car you have or do you keep putting money into it, knowing that it's worth it, right? That's all. Yeah. Thank you, Angela. I appreciate it. Dan says buffalo burger is very lean meat. Right, I thought so. So like maybe we, maybe switch to a buffalo burger or something. I don't know. All right. Anyway, that's it. That's it for Coffee Talk. We have some interesting weather over the next couple of days. All right. Next chance of rain comes a little bit later on tonight. Be the sunshine in someone else's day. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for hanging out for Coffee Talk. Michael says perfect. If he's at Burris, I'm sure he will love the science of what's going on after he's 100% better. Yes, that's true. All right. Thank you, guys and gals. I'll see you about 3:30 for the afternoon buzz. What do we want to call it? I want something that's cheeky. I don't know. We'll figure it out. All right. Have a good one, y'all. See y'all.